How are we doing?
Good.
Doing
Hi.
fine. Go.
Hi, welcome to this edition of Table Topics RE. I'm Stacey Harmon.
I'm Bob Watson.
And we have a special guest with us today.
I am Dale Chumbley.
Who we are thrilled to have here in our post-SMMOC recap for today. We're going to talk about what we discussed at the SMMOC meeting and how it's relevant to the real estate industry. And we're going to get a case study right here. So, want to start us off?
I'll start us off. Yeah, we had a great meeting today, although at 5 minutes to 9 we were a little nervous because there were only 5 people here. But that was unusual, but we did fill up today again. Our first conversation was all about Facebook reveal tabs and top 3 things that people should look for in a reveal tab when they're creating a reveal tab.
Before you get to that, we should just say that a reveal tab is a functional element of Facebook that allows you to hide content from non-fans on your page. So,
until they like it.
Until they like it. Once they like it, then they can see the content. So that's the background.
Okay, so the reveal tab best practices were having a contest for people to like your page, and when they like your page, it goes, the contest is revealed. Top 10, so if you have top 10 lists that you want to put on the reveal tab, and then or do a video intro. And video is really big right now everywhere, so video intros were important.
And actually, those things can all be accomplished just on a landing tab. You don't have to use the reveal tab technology. So different options, but
we like the reveal tab.
The reveal tab. Well, okay. If it's sexier, then let's go for that. All right.
And the bottom line was it needed to be a simple, clear call to action.
Agreed with that.
You agree with that?
Totally agree.
Okay, cool. And then we actually, Dale, you mentioned daily mugshot. How do you use daily mugshot?
Daily mugshot, I simply take a picture of myself every day and know it's not narcissistic or whatever that word would be. It's just simply a snippet into each day of my life, and you can go backwards and watch that and kind of get an idea of where was I, what was I doing, how was I feeling, and it's just kind of a nice memory keeper for me and a fun way for other people, if they were so crazy to do it, to go back and see those little things. And it's a consistency thing. It's a staying consistent to something as a task, and it's just kind of a routine that I go through. Well,
and consistency is one of the words that comes up often in terms of social media success that we discuss here on Table Topics RE, and Dale really is kind of, I've said this before, the poster child for consistency and tenacity in social media marketing efforts. So we use that as a point of discussion. How many daily mugshots do you have?
Just over 1,100, I think 1,107 today.
So he's been doing it for a few years, So talk about consistency. It's a remarkable example, and that kind of dovetailed into your 365 things to do in Vancouver, Washington Facebook page strategy, which also illustrates your tenacity and your commitment to consistency with blog posts. We have talked about, and you shared with the group, some of your case studies and best practices. Would you like to tell us a little bit about what they were?
Sure. A few of the things that I shared with regard to that is, well, the first thing with regard to the content that was on my Facebook page, the content actually lives on my website. So that's my hub. We talked about the hub back up over there. So content lived on my website, and then I used Facebook as a spoke, as an extension to share to a larger audience that content that I was putting on my blog. I invited people back to the blog to read more information, but I did place enough information on the Facebook page so that people could see what was happening, and I always, in my posts, I always used photos and videos, and that's one thing I shared with the group, is I think a key component on your Facebook page is to put some kind of a photo that is engaging, because there's so much text running through our walls that it just gets blended into it unless you happen to catch it, and those photos cause people to slow down and take a moment to say, oh, what's that? Especially if it's a picture that they might be interested in. Then they're more likely to like the post, they're more likely to comment on the post, they're more likely to click through where I want them to go, which is back to my website to read more information.
You also made the point that you are not automating the post from your blog to Facebook. Can you tell us why?
Several reasons. One is for the photo. I want to be able to very specifically choose which photo out of the blog post I put on the Facebook page. I also add additional text. So in the status bar, I have the ability to create a few more sentences, or a paragraph if I wanted, but a few more sentences about kind of regurgitating what I've said in the blog post, but that gets me extra ranking in terms of Google and the way they're looking at things. So I'm ranking for my blog, but I'm also ranking for Facebook. And then something I didn't end up sharing with the group that I shared after, so this is like a bonus, was one of the things I always did was any place I was going to be encouraging people to go check out, I would look and see if they had a Facebook page. If they had a Facebook page, I liked their Facebook page. Then when I am writing those extra couple sentences on Facebook, rather than saying Giuliano's Pizzeria, I would say at Giuliano's, and then when it popped up their name, I would click on that. So now I'm tagging that specific pizzeria, and it then not only places it on my wall, I'm encouraging people to go look at their wall, which is good for their business, and it takes my blog post or my Facebook page post, and it places it on their wall as well. So now they know I've written the post, so it's telling their audience about my page is telling about their page, so it creates a nice circular benefit for everybody involved, and it creates a larger audience.
That's great, and especially for the real estate people in the audience, it creates a great community, and it drives business to everybody.
Yes.
Excellent.
Great. Okay.
All right, so we talked a little bit about FEMA and the fact that Twitter can be used during emergencies like the hurricane and the earthquake. So we created our own SMMOC 911 hashtag. So when there is an emergency, everybody who's watching us and everybody who's a member of SMMOC can use the hashtag SMMOC 911. And if you're looking for a registry or a directory of all the hashtags out there that people have used, if they put them on there, you can go to tagal.us, tagal.us, and see if a hashtag is being used. And Stacey, tell us a little bit about the new privacy settings this week.
So Facebook made some major announcements this week and is evolving the product
Whoa.
again. And privacy settings have been revamped yet again for the better. Very much more granular control over the posts and the ability to adjust your settings after you post. And I just received the new interface deployment this morning, so you may or may not have it. There was a mixed response in the group, but look for that on Facebook when you log in next time. You'll see that the posting status update has changed. Also, your privacy settings under account privacy settings has been totally modified, and it's for the better. So it's really giving the user more control over their profile privacy settings. And you also have the ability to now preview your profile directly from your profile as any other user that you're connected to or not connected to in the system, so you can see what people have access to, which is a really great improvement on Facebook. And the ability, again, to change the status update permissions and visibility after the fact is a very nice improvement. So we're all very excited about that. They made a couple other announcements too, deals, Facebook deals, which we don't use a lot in real estate, but they are kind of killing the Groupon competitor that they have been beta testing. So you don't have to pay attention to that because it's not going to be here or an option for you.
And what about Places?
The Places pages, what we know is that they're making changes to Places pages. We don't know exactly what that means yet, but it is tied into these changes in the status update and the ability to kind of geo-code where you are. So you'll still have some element of check-in on Facebook, but we don't know exactly what that's going to look like yet. We can update you as we get more information.
Okay, great. You know, in closing, I'd just like to mention that Carrington Charitable Foundation, the company I work with, is giving away an iPad 2 this weekend at the Anaheim Home Show, and we actually took donations here. They're $10 tax-deductible donations, and we will be giving away an iPad 2 this weekend. So I want to thank everybody who participated in the donations here at SMMOC, and I hope one of our members wins.
Be great. Is there a way for people to participate that aren't here in the meeting?
You know what? Unfortunately, there isn't. Either here or else if you're in California, you can go into the Anaheim Home Show. But it benefits the veteransairliftcommand.org, and if you're so inclined, you might want to just go to that website and make a donation on your own. It is a service that people with airplanes donate their airplanes and their pilot time to take combat wounded veterans from Walter Reed Army Medical Center and the Army Medical Center in San Antonio once they're going through their rehabilitation back to their hometowns to visit their families.
Really great cause. So thank you very much. And please get involved if you can. And if you're ever in the area, like Dale is from Vancouver, or Stephanie Baldwin from up in Seattle, we would love to have you join us. So please feel free to stop by. It's great to have some real life case studies for people that are doing great things on social media. Join us, and we appreciate your contribution.
Thanks for having me.
For this edition, I'm Stacey Harmon.
I'm Bob Watson.
And we've got...
I'm Dale Chumbley, and if you're down in this area, you should be here every single week.
It's fun. It's definitely fun. Until next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.